There's a think of you. Anyway, so I'm being pumped at
So chat, I have this question like, have you ever felt sick and went to hospital and you got diagnosed, you are prescribed some sort of medication, and after taking those medication, feel like you're not getting any better. In fact, you might be getting worse, or you're at the same state, or you just feel like this medication is not helping. We have a Batika's video and she's gonna talk about a similar situation. And with that guys, let's just head straight into the video.
Keep in mind, you guys who were there know how sick I was. I was so unwell for so long. I was like, I would be awake for like 4 hours a day and then I have to get back into bed. It was, my face and neck was like swollen. It was like bad. And she was literally just trying to like gaslight me and be like, it's because, and this is when I wasn't on contraception. And she's like, oh, it's because you got off a contraception like a year ago. And I was like, no. I was like, I'm telling you something's wrong. I want to do these tests. And she's like, I'm not doing those tests. I'm going to prescribe you contraception pill. Go on the pill first. And then we'll see how you feel. And I was like, I'm telling you, I don't want to be on contraception. It's nothing to do with this. And this is why I think the theory of them getting commissions off like getting girls in contraception is true. So then anyway, I ended up going on it because this is literally what the doctor is telling me to do. So that's how I ended up back on contraception. She's like, that's what's wrong with you. Lo and behold, 2 months later, I'm still violently ill, like really bad, barely able to stream. I look like shit. Then she's like, oh, okay. And they're pumping me with antibiotics as well. So I was on antibiotics, I reckon, for like 4 months. And
wow, that sucks.
So anyway, no oral antibiotics is working. So then they send me in to get an antibiotic injection into my spine, or like something in my muscle in my back.
No,
that is agonizing, by the way. And I have a really good pain tolerance. I'm fine with needles. No, that shit hurt. I was meant to go back in like for 2 extra times, did not go in. Anyway, so I'm being pumped at antibiotics, pumped with synthetic hormones. And then at this point, I'm still so unwell. And then I end up in hospital because like I called my friend who's the doctor, and he was getting really pissed off at this point because they're not from Melbourne. So they, and they were like, what the fuck is happening? Anyway, they thought I had, it's not like tonsillitis. What's the one where it gets so like, my throat and everything had swelled up so much to the point where I had like this much airway and I was struggling to like breathe.
Not my stupid ass thinking that goiter. That goiter makes the neck swell as shit. But I don't think it had gone to that extent. It really sucks when doctors misdiagnose you. What was that injection in the spine? Why would you do that if you're not sure about it? Like, are you just doing it like a trial and error thing? Doctors need to be accountable for what they do.
And they were gonna say that I remember they were like, yo, go to the hospital right now. Yeah. And they're like, go to the hospital right now because I reckon if you leave that in a couple hours, it's called like something else where they have to like cut your throat potentially and like get the stuff out of it. I don't know what it's called, but he was like, you need to go to the doctor, like the hospital, because I reckon in a couple hours, like if it's what I think it is, it will close and you won't be able to breathe. And I remember thinking like, it's fine. It's all good. I was like, nah, like, because I used to always get tonsillitis. I was like, so obviously, this has gone on for months, by the way, but at this point it got so bad. And then,
no, this is where things go south.
I left it a couple hours and I woke up and I swear to God, I was like, like I was gasping for air. And this, I'm pretty sure like a sick kid, I knock on Deb's door and I was like, can you please take me to the hospital? Like I can barely breathe. I could barely breathe. It was like someone was going like this to me. So then Deb's like panicking. She's driving me to the hospital. I felt like the sick kid, like, Mom, I just vomited. So then she drops me at the hospital. They see me straight away because they like looked at my throat and they're like, is it Quincy? Is that the word? I think it might be Quincy. I can't remember. And they were like, oh my God, yeah, get it the in, because like there's like this much airway left. And then so I get in and they instantly inject me with steroids because that makes swelling go down.
So it's the swelling
Quincy throat? I don't know. It's something like that. I don't know. They did a lot of blood tests and everything, and they were like, okay, yeah, you don't have that. But they said they didn't really know what was going on. They thought it was maybe a really bad case of tonsillitis. And then I was like, oh, okay. So after a couple hours, like the steroids make the swelling go down. They didn't cut it. They didn't do anything. They just simply like gave me a lot of antibiotics, and then they gave me stuff to make the swelling go down.
I'm just curious, like even after the steroids makes your swelling go down, like does it have any other health implications? You know what I mean? Those steroids that make your muscle look big. The one she was given, like would it result to something like that? Doctors, let me know in the comment section down there below.
How do you, yeah, they made me have take-home steroids. So then my friend was like, stop going to this bulk billing surgery. They found me like a really good place that you have to pay to go. But oh my God, it's like the other one was a lady doctor as well, but this one's like a specialist in women's health. I get there the first day, she was like, yeah, that's not fucking normal. She's like, she actually did more blood tests than what that original doctor laughed at me for and said I was just my period, which it wasn't. This doctor was like, no, she ended up doing way more tests. She tested me for everything.
At least
and then literally like 3 days later, they called me back and they're like, oh yeah, you've just got glandular fever. Like, yeah, most people have it when they're a kid from like sharing drinks and stuff. But like, yeah, you've got it as an adult. And then they base it and I was like, oh, sick. But it was so funny because I go in and it was a different doctor that had to tell me. And he's like, whoa, and I was like, oh, sick. Also known as cooties. See, that's the misconception with glandular fever. You realize most kids get glandular fever, and it's not from like kissing, even though they call it the kissing disease. But it's actually from and then like Fast ended up getting it, but like not from me. Like this is like a year after I'd already had it. Sharing drinks. So I think at that point I'd gone out to like, that was like in the era where I was going out drinking a bit, and I used to always like share drinks with people. So yeah, that's how I imagine it would have gotten to me.
Wow, I didn't know sharing drinks with people would result to something like that. And the way when you go to party out there, like you drink socially, most of the time like it happens, especially when you're drunk. So that means we must be careful out there. That also means that even sharing things like vapes, it could result to that. Think of it. I'm just glad like she's okay, she's fine right now. And guys, thank you so much for sticking to this very end. You're really a true G. Make sure I smash the thumbs up button for this video. Also subscribe if you haven't to the channel. Turn on post notifications so that you may not miss the upload that I'm gonna bring tomorrow. Peace out.